the top at 5, we begin with breaking news. Miami police say they were forced to fire at a man armed with a gun. Good evening. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. We've learned that suspect is now dead. CBS News Miami's Peter Dent joins us live from the scene in Miami with what led up to the fatal gunfire. Peter, what are police telling you?
Well, Elliot and Naja, we just spoke with Miami Police Chief Manny Morales. He says that officers responded after a report of shots being fired, and they shot and killed a man during an encounter. Now, one neighbor who we spoke with told us she was startled by what she saw.
Very shocking time.
Nancy Montero says she will not forget what happened just after 12:45 in the afternoon when shots were fired by her apartment in Little Havana.
I was in my apartment, and all of a sudden I heard like a lot of commotion. I came downstairs and all my neighbors were like in shock, saying there was a shooting, a guy is dead.
Miami Police Chief Manny Morales says his officers responded to Southwest 5th Avenue and 3rd Street after reports of a man firing a weapon.
The station received several 911 calls depicting a male that was armed, shooting not only in the air but towards a building. We had units in the area that responded, getting here approximately 4 or 5 minutes afterwards.
Morales says there are limited preliminary details about what happened.
There was some sort of encounter where shots were fired by both several officers. The offender was struck, and it has been pronounced deceased on the scene.
Nancy Montero hopes to find out what prompted this incident and says she is relieved that no residents or officers were injured.
Everything is under control, so that makes me feel at peace. So that's very important, because these kind of things never ever happened in this area. This is a very quiet and safe neighborhood. So that's what I said. I'm in shock.
Chief Morales says the man who was shot lives in this area. He has not been identified, and it is not clear at this point why he did what he did. Police say that 2 officers fired their weapons. FDLE, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, is investigating the shooting, which is standard procedure. Coming up at 6 in just 1 hour, we will tell you what a second neighbor heard in this incident. We are live in Miami. Peter Dent, CBS News Miami.